Well, hello and welcome to the Spirit Safe. My name's Rob. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. So, what do we have this time? It is actually the 95th Scotch malt distillery I've reviewed on the channel, and it's Talisker, actually one of the most popular single malt whiskey distilleries. I've left it until number 95. I think number 90 was Glenfiddich, another very, very popular, in fact, more popular single malt Scotch. Why have I done this? Well, I was doing the unusual distilleries first, those that I hadn't tried, and then filling in on some of the more familiar ones later. I was a big buyer of Talisker. I used to buy it when I was in the UK, and I haven't had a bottle of the 10, I don't think, since I've been in Canada, which is 9 years, coming up for 10. So I used to buy it quite a lot when I was in the UK. In Canada, I don't think I've bought a Talisker. I have, when visiting the UK, I bought a Talisker Port 3, which is Port Rugi, I think it's written, but Port 3, I think is the pronunciation, which is the port. There is the port finished Talisker, which I quite enjoyed. And I've tried Talisker as well at whiskey festivals and things. And I really enjoyed the old version of the Talisker 10. This is the new version that I picked up. And I paid, it's over $120 now at BC Liquor. It's a far cry from the time when you could pick up, a Talisker 10 for £30 in the supermarket in the UK. It's one of those, not quite like a Lagavulin 16, but one of those that's had quite big price jumps over recent years. Talisker is on Skye. It's a Diageo distillery, so probably got some E150A in there, if not rather a lot, and it's probably, if not almost certainly, chill filtered. Good thing about Talisker is that they always bottle it at a high percentage, at least the 10-year-old, always at 45.8% ABV. They do a 40% no age statement one called Talisker Sky, or something like that. I can't remember what it is. Probably Talisker Sky, and it sells for about £20 in UK supermarkets, or at least it used to, and it really wasn't good stuff. It's bad stuff. Anyway, so this is the slightly updated packaging, and according to some reviews I've read, it's an updated recipe as well. It still bears the 10-year-old age statement. I kind of like what they did with this this carton, giving it these little hints of orange. Not really sure where the orange comes from, but it's kind of a neat addition. And I always liked the Talisker label, the simple label, but that's gone, and we've got this thing with the cutaway section, which is very new, very different. I'm not sure I'm totally in love with this. I can sort of see where they were going with it. Basically, I like the updated carton, but the bottle, I'm not so sure about. But what's important is what's inside. So let's see. I bought this a few weeks ago. Doing quite well with it, as you can see. Very dark colour. I'd be very surprised if there isn't some E150A. Anything in Dutch on it? No, this is for the Canadian market because it's English and French. Big coastal notes, quite a bit of peat, sour apple, but it's coastal, it's phenolic, some nice fudge and caramel in there, huge amount of salt and brine, seawater. Bay leaves, cardamom, ground cinnamon, seaweed, malt extract, kind of milky shortbread with the condensed milk, maybe some oat cake. a nice orange oil, slightly bitter orange, fresh tart apple. Very, very coastal on the nose, and just exactly the distillery profile that I remember. The palate without water, has a higher alcohol bite than I remember. I don't remember Talisker feeling all of its ABV, which it now does. Lots of spice in there, salt, brine, coastal notes, a good deal of black peppercorns. That hit of black pepper. There's a bit of acid cut with salt, and the salt, the brininess, and that spiciness really does dominate with the coastal flavours. Lemon zest, peat, good amount of salted licorice. It's sappy, slightly mineral, stewed tea. Talisker's always had a slightly flinty mineral edge to it, and that's absolutely here. Some tar, maybe some molasses, but not too sweet. And again, the salinity in the nostrils, just really quite bold. Okay, I will give this half a teaspoonful of water. See where that lands us. More creamy. Starting to pick up more fruits now. Bit of pina colada, bit of lemon juice. It's still very salty. A lot of salt going on, a lot of coastal notes. Malty, dry Manuka honey, apples. The mineral edge, it's like those Barocca tablets, which are these, they sell them in the UK. I don't think they sell them in North America, but these kind of vitamin tablets that you put in water, and they're very they've got a real mineral edge to them, and they've got vitamin C in them, so they're quite acidic as well. So I pick up quite a bit of that. There's a bit of chalkiness, bit of alkalinity, but also a lot of acidity as well. More crisp apple, crab apple, and a little bit of mint. The peat, the tar, the phenols. And the palate, with a bit of water, it's bringing out some sweetness, bringing out a bit of honey, but still the salt is really winning, the brininess is winning. Bit of tropical fruit, but it's just cut with salt and with brine. Some apples, stewed tea, and salted caramel. And the finish, picking up spiced rum, raisin, gunpowder, flinty notes, milk, fudge, herbal complexity, peat, seawater, baking spices, caramels, and a lot of salt and brine. So this really has got the Talisker distillery character in a way that I don't remember it being as robust as this. And it's strange that, we often complain that distillery character is being lost and they're editing out these unusual, or I won't say unpalatable, but kind of niche things, and try and make everything very plain and vanilla. And I think actually Talisker is going in the direction of being more unyielding and being more robust. And it's kind of surprising that it's going in that direction with Diageo, but I'm really enjoying this. It's a bit of a blast from the past, really, to pick up the Talisker and just be whacked with the distillery character that I'm so glad is still there. And in some ways, this is kind of close to Highland Park, in that it's got a very definite distillery character and all of those gunpowdery and peaty notes playing with a bit of fruit and salinity. So people who like Highland Park might enjoy this. People who really love the old distillery character from the 10-year-old, definitely pick this up, because I think you will like it. Bit of a shame that there's been so many price rises for the Talisker 10, but it does pack a real punch. So yeah, I'd be pleased to try out other bottlings from Talisker. It's probably about time for another bottle of the Port Rugi or Port Ree, whatever they call it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the review. I hope to see you again soon. We might have something from a very unusual country coming up, or I'm not sure. Not sure what else I've got open. Something from an unusual country, or we might even do distillery number 96 next time we meet. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the review, and see you again soon. Cheers, goodbye.